Hi guys, I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I wanted to share with you a product that I have been loving. It's not very often that I come by a product I absolutely love, especially a palette. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I am so over palettes. Like, I'm just so over the temptation and the need to buy palettes. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Like, I have every chocolate bar palette that I feel like I barely ever use. I have every naked palette I feel like I barely ever used. So I was I had made this decision a while ago that I didn't want to buy any more palettes. And then Anastasia came out with their Modern Renaissance palette. And I was kind of on the fence. Like, I saw pictures, I was like, no way, maybe, no way, maybe. And then Stephanie Nicole, and I'll link her down below so you can find her, I absolutely love her, made a video about it. And when she talked about it, she just talked about how great it was, and I ended up breaking down and I ended up buying it. For those of you who don't know, which you probably don't know, I used to have like a stick up my butt about buying from her. I think one thing she did really well was she used Instagram and social media for marketing really well. And I just kind of got sick of seeing like, oh, I use this, I like the dip brow, this and that, and I just decided I didn't want to buy from her anymore. So the fact that I was not really buying her products compacted on the fact that I didn't want to add any more palettes to my collection really made me think twice about buying her palette. But like I said, I saw Stephanie Nicole's review and I just decided to go for it because she just hyped it up so much. And so it was a huge deciding factor. So I ended up buying it and I could not believe how much I loved it. There are a few things that I don't like about this palette, and I'll explain those to you as well. But just to get started, if you are looking for a gift for a friend, a girlfriend, just someone you know who likes makeup and wants to try new things but doesn't necessarily want to go crazy, this is a palette for you. This is truly, I can say this, a universal, neutral, all-around good palette for anyone. So this is the actual palette, since you've been waiting so long. It says Modern Renaissance, and it's Anastasia Beverly Hills. Anastasia, I don't know how you want to say it. First off, the thing that grosses me out so much is it's covered like in felt, like velour. I don't know if it's called is velour the right word? I don't know. It's like velvet, and you can see I took this on vacation with me once. I live such a adventurous life, but you can see it's like grungy, like so gross. Okay, and this is really the gross part. So yesterday I peeled off the back sticker, and you can see like the line from where the sticker was, and it's already getting grungy, like where the sticker is missing. So number one, it's just stupid to me. Why wouldn't you make it something that can be cleaned? I do think it's sturdy and, you know, nice, and I traveled with it, no issue. I just think germs, gross, dirt, ugh. Okay, second thing is, when are makeup companies gonna stop sticking a brush in here? Because I hear a lot of mixed things. People say, oh, I love the brush, oh, I hate the brush. For me, like, I had to look for this brush and pop it back in here to film this. But like, to me, the brush just like comes out and I throw it in a pile and I never use it. It's too small. I really like to hold my brushes at the very end so I can really get a light, you know, not a lot of pressure on my eye area when I'm trying to blend. And they're just always too small. Look at this, it's like a hair sticking out of it. Hold on, should I do like the hand thing so you can see? It just like, I don't know, it's just stupid. Like, if it had a koi pencil in here, that'd be better. Like, it probably costs the same amount of money to put an eyebrow pencil or something in here compared to like a brush that I'm never gonna use. So you can see I've had this since, okay, so it got released And after it got released, I wasn't sure about buying it. I was on the fence. Then Stephanie Nicole's review came out. After her review came out, I bought it on Beautylush, and I don't think it was the same day. It was like a couple, maybe a week later. I still found it on Beautylush, which if you don't know about Beautylush, where are you? If your order is over $100, they break it up to 3 payments for you. So if you're gonna do Christmas shopping and you have people on your list who want different things like IT Cosmetics, I know Anastasia, Jeffree Star, I don't know, you can go there and buy all of the gifts and make payments on it for 3 months, which is really nice. And is, you know, you still pay and there's no interest, but it's the, you know, the niceness of not like spending $150 all at once. That really is nice. Okay, whatever, blah. But you can see if you look at this that I hit the pan on 3 of these, and I'm close to hitting the pan. I'm still undecided if it's because I love this so much that I use it all the time, or if it's because their eyeshadows just have a lot of kickback. I'm going to take my crease brush, which is disgusting and needs wash. Don't judge me. Is there like there's like makeup on my face, like how embarrassing. Whatever, life is life. But I'm just gonna rub this into this color, and I'm gonna try to do it so you can just see. It's like I'm rubbing it. It's like so hard to show you, and I'm gonna tap it off, and you can just see, like you're not gonna get fallout if you're tapping your brush. I've never had troubles with fallout using this palette, but I definitely have hit the pan, which is like a bittersweet thing, right? I have so many palettes that are untouched, and I still have the plastic on, and I use them, but I'm nowhere close to hitting the pan. And then I have this sucker, which I've had kind of like at least since before September, and I've hit the pan on 3. Do I just love it so much I always reach for it that I hit the pan, or is it a matter of their eyeshadows just being so buttery and so flaky that I'm just digging a lot when I use it? Who knows? I can't decide. So another reason why I love this palette is because when I went on vacation, I'm telling you, this is literally the only eyeshadow I used, because I was able to do everyday looks when I was like with my family and with my dad and my sisters, and like nice, cool, everyday looks. To when we went out to the club, I still was able to mix and match some of these to get a nice, fun look for when I was out with my sisters. I love this palette. Oh my god, I love this palette. I think it's easy to work with. The colors are nice. It's nice if you want to be adventurous. You know, you got this orange in here, but it's not a stark orange. It's not the electric palette by Urban Decay where it's a shock and you're not going to reach for it all the time. You will reach for this. You will be able to experiment without looking like a total clown, which is something that I struggle with, and I'm just at the point in my life where I roll like a clown all the time. When I think about my collection and another palette that got as much love as this one did, the only one I can think of is, there's 2, actually, I lied. So there's this one by Lorac, it's the Pro 1. I really like this. It's a nice, warm, neutral palette. You can see I hit the pan there and have some of these. And the only other one that I've used just as much is my Naked Basics 2, which I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. I hit pan on 1, and the rest of these are pretty well indented. But to have a palette that you can take and you can, you know, no matter what throws at you throughout the day, you'll be able to do whatever you want. That's a really unique thing. And another thing that I wanted to talk about is I was going through Facebook one day and someone did a comparison between the Lime Crime Venus palette, this is the first one, and the Modern Renaissance palette. And they were able to match up a lot of these pretty closely. I mean, not exact matches, but you can see some of the similarities there. So not only are you getting a palette that's so neutral, but also so fun, and it has so many different options, and they're all right there for you. I heard, but I can't verify, that this formula is better than their single shadows. Like I said, I don't really use their stuff, but I would repurchase this if I used up every single color. It's just such an easy blendable palette, and I bought this as a gift for my friend for her birthday. She tells me all the time how much she loves it, and if I could, I would just go to Ulta and buy a box of them. I'd just buy a box wholesale, and every time that I had to give a gift to someone, I would give them this palette, because 9 times out of 10 every girl is gonna love makeup, and this is gonna be a palette that you could give someone who doesn't wear makeup every day or wears a little bit of makeup, and they're still gonna get use out of these and experiment here. And you can give this to someone who loves makeup, who's an expert, who's gonna go heavy on this side and use these as transitions. It's such a nice palette. I love this palette. I could just sit here and just say, I love this palette, I love this palette, I love this palette, over and over and over again, because I really cannot believe how much I love this palette. And I'm not joking. I have a lot of makeup. Like, I have a shit ton of makeup. Like, I don't know, I cut down on 95% of my makeup, and I still have a lot. Before I moved into where I live now, I sold a lot of my makeup and cut back, and I still have a lot of makeup, and this palette I reach for more than I have reached for anything consistently. So that's all I had to say about this palette. If you're looking for a gift, try this palette. If you want to see my collection, I've been thinking about filming maybe my collection or some of my favorite things, like just a random video. Comment below if you like to hear me say and like and stutter around my words. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss my next videos. Bye guys!